you had to do this because you're so excited about tomorrow night's game?
I am excited. You know, the thing in a game like this for this team, questions are answered. I don't think they're going to say, I wonder if they have a talented team. Let's watch. They know. So then the questions about how we play together, how hard we play, how we deal with adversity, how we deal with prosperity, questions will be answered tomorrow. And you're playing against a well-coached team. Tommy does a great job, and a veteran team. So.
What do you guys have to do to offset that veteran part of what they have?
Well, we don't, whatever we have in, which isn't much, just do well with what we have. And let's worry about us, knowing that you're going to have to guard. You have to run back first, and then you have to guard them. They're a terrific three-point shooting team. They've got big people. You know, their front line is as big as ours. You know, you got to guard them. They run their stuff. You know, they run their little back screens, and they run their curl cuts, and they get the ball from one side. They do their pick and rolls are really effective, and their guards shoot it, so you can't go under pick and rolls. They'll come up shooting. You know, we got a challenge on our hands.
Jay Bill said today that this might be Izzo's best running team since the early 2000s with Cleves and those guys.
Yeah, they fly up and down the court, and the guys that are out ahead can make plays, and they have a four-man who can shoot the post. So whether they run them to the block or they trail them, you got to guard people. Like if someone loses a man, there's a three. They're making it. How they play.
Billy said last year you guys didn't have that go-to guy, the guy you could throw it in and know he was going to get a bucket or make something happen. And the big change is having that guy in Julius now, and the teammates know that and sort of feed off knowing that you have a guy you can count on.
Yeah, but they, you know, my thing even to Julius right now, he's had two pretty good teams, but that team, they'll know how to take him away. They're going to double team him, and they're going to be really physical, and they're going to sag and make him shoot jumpers. They're going to be really tight, and but you got the Kari you can throw it to, and, in the post, and even Willie. I mean, you know, we do have some post play, but this probably is a game that, you know, we had our guards go 2 for 11 last game. You know, that can't happen. Not in this game. You know, they're not going to go 2 for 11. So at least you got to match them.
How familiar are your guys with their players, or do you guys just work on them?
We haven't, you know, I gave them tape after the game of 10 minutes on their iPads of 10 minutes of one of their games, and that's about it. So I'm concerned about us. I've watched enough tape. Plus their team's different. Last year, and watching last year's tapes, I mean, Knicks, they really wanted Knicks. They're not playing that way. So they're running more, they're flying up and down the court. They're playing through their guards versus what they did a year ago.
And when you
talked a lot last night about maybe players don't need to buy into it. How much of that all do you talk to your guys about avoiding it?
I didn't mention it. I mean, every game we play is hyped. I mean, they're making a, you know, this is a big deal, but it's November. How big a deal is it? You know, it's our next game, and, you know, if you lose, you move on and learn from it. The greatest thing for us is we've learned from every game we've played so far. Now, we just went like this, and now it's okay. Now, when it gets like this, how are you now? We're going to find out, and we have time to work on it.
John, when you, this early in the year, when you tell the team, whether it's a play or a rotation or something, to do something, how closely do they do it to what you tell them to do?
Well, we came out of we were doing some baseline out of bounds stuff, and I told them exactly what to do and put it on the board, and Andrew went the wrong way, my point guard. So I called him back in. We just left the timeout. You went the wrong way, and I drew it up. That's what you have when you have a bunch of young kids. But we're talking a lot about mental discipline. We're talking a lot about breaking down on defense and offense. We're talking a lot on, you know, sustaining energy and effort and focus, giving the ball up early, getting to the third drive, all kind of stuff that they need. This is truly going to be a process. That's what it's going to be.
What's the most encouraging thing you've seen to this point about this group?
That we've gotten better, that we've taken steps up, that they've learned through every game, and then we come in and work on things, and it becomes them. like a guy like Andrew, when I give it to Andrew, it's now his, it's not mine. We made a play out there that I said, hey, 5 rebounds, this is what I want you to yell out and do. And about 7 plays later, the 5 rebounded, and he did it. I'm like, wow. You know, so he's thinking. We don't have a team full of those kind of guys, but it's good when your point guard is that way.